think we lit. I think we back lit. We back lit? Yeah.
We back lit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet. We're good.
We back lit? Yeah. Yeah.
I bet. We're good.
We back lit? Yeah. Yeah.
I bet. We're good.
We back lit? Yeah. Yeah.
I bet. We're good.
We back lit? Yeah.
John going too crazy. Yo, let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Say what up in the chat. You can hear me. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna bring some people on. We're gonna go crazy. So all right, let me see. Boom. Live. Stream. Free. How to monetize your podcast. Let's go, man. Let's go crazy. Do me a favor, y'all. Do me a favor. Send this out. Send this link out to a couple people. Boom. I just sent it out. All right. What else we got going on? Okay, let me drop it on the gram ski. Drop it on the gram ski. All right, here we go. Yo, oh man, I hate when the Instagram be doing this joint, bro. I hate it. Like, why I gotta freeze this joint? Yo, what up? Live stream going on right now. How to monetize your podcast. Ask me literally anything. People pay me thousands of dollars for these consultant calls and such, but this is your opportunity. And nothing recorded. Yo, what's going on? I'm on live right now. YouTube, how to monetize your podcast. Ask me anything. Let's get to it, especially if you're on the West Coast. Let's go.
Going on? I'm on live right now. YouTube, how to monetize your podcast. Ask me anything. Let's get to it, especially if you're on the West Coast. Let's go. Yo, what's going on? I'm on live right now. YouTube, how to monetize your podcast. Ask me anything. Let's get to it, especially if you're on the West Coast. Let's go. Yo, what's going on? I'm on live right now. YouTube, how to monetize your podcast. Ask me anything. Let's get to it, especially if you're on the West Coast. Let's slide it on right on there.
All right, y'all.
Right on,
All right. This is what the vibe's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care if anyone's on here. This is what the vibe's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be introducing my brand new show. Just like Dave Ramsey coming out really, really soon. I'm about to kill the game. You know what I'm saying? Word. I'm about to kill the game right now. Y'all don't even understand what's about to take place. How do I grow my podcast with offers and digital products if I just started? What kind of question is that, bro? Shout out to me. Yo, where you even call, yo, where you coming from, caller? Where's this caller coming from? Shout out to my guy, Brandon, bro. See you. That's an easy one, bro. Let's get to it. Um, Before I answer that question, the first thing I'm about to do is we're gonna put down. We definitely gotta make sure that you guys, you know what I'm saying, podcast at cast.live. I want to give you guys the most value, the most freaking value. All right. So look, right here, we're gonna put it right here. Boom, boom. Let me see. 5-day mentorship. Boom. So y'all can tap into the 5-day mentorship right there. Bang. All right, cool. So this is what we about to do. Let me put that right there. Yeah. Podcast to Cash Out Live. Can I edit this? No. Yeah, podcast to Cash Out Live. All right, bet. So Brandon asked a good question. Brandon's question was, how do I grow my podcast with offers? How do I grow my podcast with offers? All right. Well, we can get to it. So the first thing that we're gonna do is, oh man, they got a couple of cool little things in here. All right, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna let you guys know pretty soon. I'm gonna have the laptop. The laptop's gonna be plugged up, so then I could just dance on the screen, and then everything will be there. But until I'm able to do that, which should probably be in a couple, probably about tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna use the vibe board. So hopefully it's in an angle in which y'all can see it. All right, boom. So let's just get to it. I gotta put my secret password in. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So we get to it. All right, let's get a new page. And where's my pen? Oh, right here. All right, cool. So how to monetize a podcast with offers? Easy. The first thing you got to do is you got to have some offers. Okay, so the question is this. If you have offers, super easy. If you don't have no offers, then not as easy, but still pretty simple. All right, so if you already have an offer, what we're going to be doing is this. We're going to use what I like to call the podcast to cash. Right, this is the podcast to cash system right here. And basically, right, cash is an acronym. It stands for client acquisition system that closes high ticket. Right? So you got, there's your cash right here. That's the cash right there. Right. So basically, when you're using the podcast to cash system, right? When you're using the podcast to cash system, it's actually pretty simple, right? It's actually pretty simple. So what happens is, what you want to do is you want to use the podcast as a tool. So once you understand you're using the podcast as a tool, you start to be able to use it to leverage, all right? So I'll give you an example. This is going to be the podcast right here, right? This is the pod. Okay, now this is with the understanding that you already have offers, okay? This is with the understanding that you already have an offer, all right? Let me see. Let me just send a quick little message real quick. All right. This is with the idea that you already have offers, okay? You already have offers. So if I already have an offer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the podcast as a tool. The podcast is my tool. I already have offers, okay? Now, since I already have an offer and I'm using the podcast as a tool, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm hosting the podcast, right? And then I also want to make sure that I have a guest on the pod, okay? Now, some of y'all might think, well, that's typical. You should have a host. You should have a guest on the podcast. This is absolutely true. But the thing is this. What up, my guy? What up, Rob? The thing is this, though. Traditionally, people are just going to have a show that they just do for entertainment purposes. Okay? You're going to do a show for entertainment purposes. But that's not what the podcast to cash strategy is all about. It's about leveraging the tool so you can get paid. So you want to host a show, right? But not only do you want to host a show, you don't want to just go out and get any guests. You want to go out and get guests that could be clients. You want to go out and get guests that can be clients. So, for instance, right, Brandon has a funding company. Okay, so basically, what we would do is this would be, let's say, this is the funding show, right? This is the funding show. So Brandon made the funding show. So instead of him just having regular guests, right? What he's gonna do is he's gonna have guests that can be potential clients to come on the show. So he's intentionally promoting to get guests on the show that can be clients. Right? Boom. Now they do the podcast. I say 30 minutes, no more than 45 minutes. All right. I think 30 minutes is a sweet spot for this type of show. Then the show is engineered in a manner in which by the time the episode's over, you're gonna know, is this client a good fit? Do they have the money? Are they a headache to work with? Do they qualify? You're going to know all these things before the podcast is over by interweaving your fact-finding questions into the interview. Okay? Now, once you do that, then the end result can only be a couple of things. The end result would be a close. The end result might be a downsell. The end result might be an appointment set. Or the end result might be a referral. These are the only results you can have. These literally are the only results that you can have, okay? These are the only results that you can have because you're leveraging it as a tool, all right? You're leveraging it as a tool. It's a tool. This is not just a podcast for the sake of it being a podcast. This is a podcast because you have an offer and you want to close more of your offers. And sometimes when you have an offer, the hardest thing for you to do is what? The hardest thing for you to do is what? The hardest thing for you to do is to get people to show up for the call. But they're going to show up for a podcast. So 20% show up for a call, 15% show up for a call. 90% is showing up for the podcast. Okay? Then all we have to do is ask some fact-finding questions to see if they're a good fit for what you have to sell right now. And if they're a good fit for what you have to sell right now, then we're going to either close them, we're going to downsell them to whatever the hell they got going on, to what you got going on. We're going to set an appointment if they're not ready to go today, or we're just going to get a referral by sending them to one of our partners that have another solution to a problem that they have. This is how we're monetizing the funding show, which is a podcast engineered around a current offer that you have. Okay, so this is how you can use the podcast to cash method, because a podcast is a client acquisition system that you can use to close high ticket. That's what it is. Okay, so this is how literally any podcast that you have during the week can turn into what? More money in your pocket, more business in your pocket. You can literally make $1 million with this strategy. You can make $1 million with this strategy. What up, Charles? You can make $1 million with this strategy and not even have to have any sales calls. If you could do 200 podcasts, you have a 5K offer, that's $1 million. Right? And I'm going to prove everybody wrong because I'm running this strategy. I already know it works. I've done it. I do it. It works. The only thing that doesn't work is y'all won't work. All right. What other questions y'all got? This was a great question by Brandon. Drop your other questions in the chat. That was a really good question. Drop your other questions in the chat. And matter of fact, do me a favor. Share this live out with like 2 or 3 people. I know it's a late night, but it's 8:30 on the West Coast. Share this live out with a couple of people. Let's get to it. Share this live out with a couple of people. Let's get to it. right? Share this live out with a couple of people. Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Let me send this link out myself. So we're gonna go bang, right? Ask your questions. Boom. What y'all got? This on y'all. What y'all got? I'm gonna be doing this during the daytime too. Yo, Charles, I told you, man, we getting to it, bro. We getting to it right now. If y'all got any questions, or if you have anyone that wants to monetize their podcast and they want to get to it, now is the time for you to get to it. Y'all need to get to it right now. This is like free mastermind coaching right now. Free coaching. Let me see. I'm gonna send the link out to a couple of hitters myself. A couple of hitters. What questions y'all got? Drop your questions in the chat. What questions y'all got? Drop them in the chat. Let me see what questions y'all got. All right, I'm gonna just have to teach something. That's cool. I'm gonna just have to teach something. Give you guys some more game real quick. Let me see. I definitely wanted to send this out to somebody. Asked me something earlier. Let me see if I can find it on here. All right. I mean, okay, cool. All right, bet. It's all good. All right, so let's go to another strategy, right? I'm gonna go another strategy. I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna do a YouTube video on this, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now. This is an exclusive. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. What I'm about to show y'all is an exclusive. This right here is a crazy exclusive. All right. Now check this out. So this is my Travis Scott strategy, part 1. Actually, I definitely spelled that wrong. All right, this is my Travis Scott strategy, part 1. Oh, bro, we about to go crazy for real. What up, Dre? You said interview potential client customer, correct? Man. Oh, yeah, Rob, I got you. So look, Rob asked a really good question. Rob said, how do we gauge which ones are best, which potential clients? Okay, you gauge the potential clients by having a application for them to apply. So for instance, let's say Rob was doing like the anti-aging show or the Live Forever show, which I think is a really good idea. The Live Forever show. Boom. What's up, y'all? Listen, if you are a business owner making over 6 or 7 figures and you want to learn how to live forever, I want to interview you. Click the link below and apply to be the guest on the Live Forever show. Boom. They click the link to apply to be a guest. As they're applying to be a guest, what's going to happen? You're going to ask them fact-finding questions, name, numbers, and emails. Name, number, email. What are the questions that you need to apply to be a guest on the show? What are the questions you need for them to see if they're a good fit for your actual offer? Those are the same questions that you want to ask them on the application, right? So really quick, head over to podcastthecash.live. Only 5 days, only $47 for 5 days. Lock in with me. September 21st to the 25th. We're going absolutely crazy, and I want you to go crazy too. But you can't go crazy if you're not in a room. All right. So click that. I don't know if you can click the link. I don't think you can click the link. I'm gonna see. Let me know if the link comes up here. Podcast to cash.live. I don't know if it's gonna show them the joint, but head over there, grab a ticket. Go crazy. If anyone on this live grabs a $47 ticket, I will automatically upgrade you to VIP. If you grab a $47 ticket, I will automatically upgrade you to VIP. All right, so look, Rob, I hope that helped you. So this is the Travis Scott Strategy 1. This is the Travis Scott Strategy Part 1. I got 2 of these joints, okay? I'm going to do a YouTube video on both of them, but this is Part 1. Travis Scott Strategy Part 1. So this is the thing, right? You have a podcast. There's your pod. I got a podcast. Everything starts from the podcast. You know what I'm saying? You got a podcast. Now, what do we know about Travis Scott? We know about Travis Scott. Well, if I'm Travis Scott, right? If I'm Travis Scott, and I have a brand new album about to drop. I'm Travis Scott. I got an album about to drop. What do I got going on? Well, I got the digital album right here. I got the digital album. Boom. But I want to keep being at the top of the charts. I want to sell the most. I want to be the highest releasing week. I want to gross the most out of the month. There's other people dropping music. How do I usurp them? Well, I'm going to drop a bundle. So I'm going to have a tee. I'm going to have a hoodie. I'm going to have a hat. You know what I'm saying? I might have some hard copies. Boom. Then you're going to go to my website. Right? And I'm going to sell. And if you want the best experience, you're going to buy the album with this. So how do we do this with a podcast? How do I make more money with my podcast and my podcast is free? How? Okay, boom. There's your podcast right there. All right. So what we want to do is this. We want to make sure, okay, cool. We want to make sure that, okay, let's say, what's up, Liberty? Let's say Rob is the host. Okay? Rob is hosting. Boom. Rob is hosting. I'm the illest podcast educator in the game, bro. And I know all y'all know that. And if you don't know, now you know. No one is teaching how to monetize a podcast to the level I teach how to monetize a podcast. And y'all already know that. So share this link out. Share the link out. Now look, Rob is hosting. Rob is going to have Dre, okay? Dre is Rob's guest, right? Dre is the guest. Boom. Now, Dre and Rob do a pod. Dre and Rob do a pod, okay? Now, what's happening? History, they're making moments. Dre and Rob doing a pod. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have a shooter on deck, okay? Now, the shooter on deck is going to get all of the BTS. They're going to get all of the vibes. All the vibes, all the BTS, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take those moments. We're going to take those moments and we're going to create. We're going to take those moments and we're going to create digital images. We're going to take those moments and create digital images, right? Now that we have the digital images, what are we going to do with them? Well, we're going to do this. We're going to do the same thing Travis did. We're going to have our tee. We're going to have our hat. We're going to have our hoodie, right? We're going to have our mug. Boom. From the digital images, from the moments. With you in the guest. Then what you're going to do? Then what we're going to do is we're going to put the images here, 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 here. The images are going all over here. Now, we're going to drop shit. Okay? We're going to drop shit. The printing, it will be drop shit. All right? Because we don't want to hold any inventory. What up, Thels? We don't want to hold any inventory. Then what do? Check this out. Then we're gonna go to YouTube. This is YouTube. This is the podcast, right? This is YouTube right here. Below the video, we're gonna have our merch that's gonna be specific for our show. Boom. You got merch here, 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 merch here. Now you are able to break bread with your guests. Boom. Now Rob, right? Rob and Dre are making money together. So now the podcast is an experience. The podcast now is an experience. I don't have to necessarily just watch the podcast. I can experience it, right? Because maybe Dre and Rob got a really fire image of them on the show where they're encapsulated in a moment and it's showing that emotion. You know what I'm saying? And then that emotion is encapsulated onto the merch. Or maybe during the podcast, they come up with some fire ass saying, you know what I'm saying? Like some shit that I say, gold in the gaps, or like, you know what I'm saying? Live forever. Like whatever that is. And you take those phrases and you put it on your tee, your hat, your hoodie, your mug, whatever. Now, as this podcast ages over time, you are able to make money. You are able to make money with your guests. Oh, my man Dre, yo, bro, I appreciate the money, dog. That's crazy, right? You guys are able to make money with your guests. Now y'all breaking bread forever. This is a Travis Scott play 1. I got 2 of them. I'm not going to do the second one on tonight. But this is a Travis Scott play number 1 with a podcast. Again, everything can start from a pod. Everything can start from a pod, okay? What questions y'all got? Drop the questions in the chat. What questions y'all got? Drop the questions in the chat. Share this link out with a couple people comment. Done. Share this link out with a couple people comment. Done. Who do we know been complaining about they want to monetize a podcast? Who do we know that's been complaining about wanting to monetize a podcast? Send this link to them right now. Everyone send a super chat support to free. I appreciate you, bro. Send this link out right now to anyone you know that wants to monetize a pod. And then what questions y'all got? Drop your questions in the chat. Let me see. I know somebody asked me about making money podcasting earlier. Drop them in the chat. Let me see. I don't know where they at. I'm gonna drop this on her though. Let me see. Y'all I got it for days, y'all. Let me know. What questions y'all got? I can go specifically to what y'all got popping, or I can just go off the dome. How many subscribers are needed for us to charge guests? It's not about the subs. It's always about the experience, right? So a couple of things. Let me see if I can hear. Let me see if I can do this on here real quick. I probably can't do this shit. Let me see. Video file. Yeah, maybe I could do a video. Let me see. How I do the video file. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me see. I might be able to do the video file. Let me show you. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, Dre. Let me see if I can do this video file. If I can do this video file, then I could show you literally. Let me see. This is actually pretty ill. Okay, here we go. All right, listen to this one.
Podcast Summit in Atlanta. Shout out to my boy B. Hey, let me tell you a little something, man. One day I was sitting at home doing my little YouTube thing. Me and my wife were just chilling. We always watch Amari because he's one of the GOATs. And I saw my boy B on Amari's episode. And one thing Brandon was talking about was how to make money with your podcast. And so the things he was saying is you got to sell an experience, a real experience. Don't just do the podcast, sell the experience. And he broke it down step by step by step. Literally, not even 24 hours later, I executed. I changed up all my stuff on my website. I set up all my packages and I started running the play. 30, 45 days later, I made 10K. And you know, that's just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure B has lots of other game that he doesn't give out for free. But hey, that was some free game that I made some money with. So if you're not tapped in with the podcast of cash, you better tap in right now. My boy B really deserves to be on the big stage. Chance.
All right, so what is he talking about, right? He's talking about the VIP package. So to answer Dre's question, this is the VIP package, okay? VIP package. I definitely feel like I'm the reason why people do this. I haven't heard no one talk about this except for me. This is the VIP package, okay? So essentially what you want to do is this. You want to provide, right? You want to provide the guests with an experience, okay? Now there's I would say there's a level 1 and a level 2. So let's go with level 1. Boom, level 1. I'm about to put level 2. Let's go level 1. So if I want to do a VIP package level 1, what I have to understand is if I was a videographer or a photographer, there would be no price haggling. They would be like, okay, cool, I understand. I'm getting photos, I'm getting videos. Your price is 2K, 3K, 4K, whatever. Okay, boom, done. But for some reason, people devalue podcasters. So this is how we take the value back, okay? So when they come on the pod, what do they want? What do they want? They want content, right? Okay, cool, let's give them the content. Boom, so check this out. We want to give them clips. So give them 4 to 6 clips. Boom. What else they want? They want BTS picks. Give them BTS picks. What else they want? They might want BTS video. Give them BTS video. What else do they want? Well, they probably want the raw footage. What else do they want? They might want the edited footage. Right? What else do they want? Well, if they're a business owner or entrepreneur, they probably want a commercial. Boom. Throw a commercial in there. Right? So boom. You got a commercial. Now, let's package this up. We package this up into a let's call it a content folder. Right? Content folder. Now, this content folder could be a Google Drive. It could be a Dropbox, okay? A Google Drive or a Dropbox. And we want to sell it for $500, $750, If you just starting out, $350, Right? If you got a little motion, $1,000, Easy. None of this, Dre, is going to be based off of subscribers. No one cares. When you get when you get photos from a photographer, like, yo, how many photo packages have you done? No one cares. How many people on your email list? No one cares. If you're doing video, yo, how many video packages? No one cares. How many subs you got on YouTube? It doesn't matter. So this is level 1. Now, level 2. Level 2 will be literally everything in level 1, but you're gonna add an experience to it. What would that might be? That might be if they're flying into the city, it might be an airport pickup, drop off, right? That might be a shooter for BTS. He's gonna vlog the day in the life. That might be lunch. You know what I'm saying? That might be lunch. That might be, you might quarterback the entire day. And they get all of this stuff, right? So they're gonna get level 1 and level 2 together, right? And then what are we charging? What are we charging for level 2? Level 2 is this. Well, man, this is $2,500 now. This is $2,500 now. Or boom, this is $3K now. Or maybe you're just starting out. This is $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're going crazy. This is $5,000. You know what I'm saying? So basically what you're doing is you're going to create an experience off of level 1, which is going to give you level 2, and then level 2 you're able to charge 4 to 5x more money because people care about the experience. They don't necessarily care about, I'm not saying they're not devaluing the actual deliverable, but if you put something on top of the deliverable and you give them a nice experience, you can charge more, right? And Dre says, we're literally an agency, not just a podcast. Yeah, you're a media business, Dre, which is a whole nother thing. You're not a podcast, you are a media business. This is what I talk about too. So if podcasters don't understand their media business, you're leaving this on the table. If you don't understand your media business, you're leaving a bunch of this on the table. All right. This is our table right here with the 4 legs. All right. So Liberty asks, does this strategy work for every industry? 100%. 100%. Everybody, it don't matter. They want content. It works 100%. Any agency, any place that wants content is gonna work. It's gonna work. What questions y'all got? What questions y'all got? Head over to podcastacast.live. Grab a ticket to the 5-day mentorship. Share this link out with a couple of people. Comment done. Share this link out with a couple of people. Comment done. What questions y'all got? Yeah, 100%. You're playing yourself. 100%. Yo, Dre, just lock in, bro. I'll show you the way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no sense bumping your head trying to figure this shit out. I'll take it to 6 figures faster than this shit. What questions y'all got? What questions y'all got? Liberty had a good question. Dre had a couple of great questions. Let me play this replay one more time so y'all can understand what one of my clients just did.
On a big stage next year, not these small breakout rooms, because the man is going to the top, and you want people on the top on the main stage. So make sure you check out. We at the podcast summit in Atlanta. Shout out to my boy B. Hey, let me tell you a little something, man. One day I was sitting at home doing my little YouTube thing. Me and my wife were just chilling. We always watch Omar because he's one of the GOATs. And I saw my boy B on Amari's episode. And one thing Brandon was talking about was how to make money with your podcast. And so the things he was saying is you got to sell an experience, a real experience. Don't just do the podcast, sell the experience. And he broke it down step by step by step. Literally, not even 24 hours later, I executed. I changed up all my stuff on my website. I set up all my packages and I started running the play. 30, 45 days later, I made 10K. And you know, that's just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure B has lots of other game that he doesn't give out for free. But hey, that was some free game that I made some money with. So if you're not tapped in with the podcast of cash, you better tap in right now. My boy B really deserves to be on the big stage. Chance, you got to have him on a big stage next year, not these small breakout rooms, because the man is going to the top, and you want people on the top on the main stage. So make sure you check out the podcast of cash. Make sure you check out my podcast, Building Billions, and we out.
All right, so he literally made $15,000 in about 60 days. And he got the game from a podcast that I did. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. What questions y'all got? What questions y'all got? Share the link out. Let me know what questions y'all got. Let's go crazy tonight. We about 40 minutes into the live stream. We're about 40 minutes into the live stream. They banned me from Instagram. Your boys are banned from Instagram. But it's all good. They banned me from the gram. But it's all good. I ain't tripping. So it's just telling me that I need to be on YouTube more. So here we are. All right. Let me see what we got going on. Drop your questions in the chat. If y'all got questions in the chat, drop them in the chat. Come on, y'all. What y'all got? I know y'all. Listen, I'm here for y'all. Whatever y'all got, we gonna get to it. I'm here for y'all. Whatever y'all got, we gonna get to it. Y'all got no more. Y'all got no more questions, huh? Let me see what else we got going on. All right, I'm gonna give y'all one more. I'm gonna give y'all one more tonight. Let me see. Let's see. All right. What play am I gonna give y'all? What play am I gonna give y'all real quick? Let me see. All right. What should we be charging on a low to higher end? When you say charging from the low to higher end, on what specifically? We talking about for people to come on the podcast? You talking about for VIP packages? What are we talking about? You said give up some numbers. What numbers you want? Because I'll give you some real numbers. What numbers you want? Yo, I definitely need to get a coaster. Is that what they call it? A coaster? Yeah, get a coaster. Yo, they be mixing this number up, bro, all the time. They be moving this joint around. What should we be charging on a low to a high, but on what specific part? Let me know what you want to charge. Yeah, we basically want to make it like a run-on, like not a run-on, but like a story that continues throughout the multiple clips. Okay, to come on the podcast. Well, that's up to you. So this is what I say, right? Couple things. If you frame guesting, they can come on the podcast and they get the VIP package, then it's a value play. And it's not a play that you have to worry about views, subs, all of that stuff. It's like, yeah, come on my podcast, it's 500. It comes with blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. It comes with that, right? Or you can look at it like, okay, what are my production costs? You know what I'm saying? If my production is $250, right? Let's say this is my production cost. right? And then your editing costs, let's say your editing might be another $250. Right, boom. That means you in it for $500. So if you sell it for $500, you ain't even making no money. So if $500 is your hard cost, you probably want to at least be in it for $1,000. Right? Now, this is how you can at least get $1,250. This is how you can at least get $1,250. What I would probably do is I would probably charge $1,500. Now look, this is if I would charge this. This is just an example. This is if these are my production hard costs and these are my editing hard costs. Like literally, my hard costs are $500. Then I'm gonna charge $1,500, and this is what I'm gonna do. So $1,250 of it is gonna be that's coming to me. Minus the $500, I'm $750 net. Now I'm gonna spend $250 on running YouTube ads on that podcast. That's going to boost the views to an audience that YouTube would show it to primarily, but you're going to force the show by running promo behind the episodes. Now, each episode, you're basically incentivizing YouTube to show it to more people. And in which case, now your episode is going to have, let's say, 2-3x more views on YouTube. So now the next person is going to easily want to pay the $1,500 without you having to even worry about that. That's what I would do. So you basically want to take a percentage of each payment and run ads specifically to that client's podcast. They're going to be happy. You're going to have more money. It's a super win-win. And now your future potential guests that come on the show, they're going to see that. They're going to want to pay whatever your price is. All right. And this is how we get to the bag of the boom. All right. What other questions y'all got? That's what I'm saying. $750 for the win. Right. So you got the hard cost. You take care of your hard costs, your production, your editing. Boom. Now you're good. You want to charge 2x what your hard costs are. Boom. I charge 15 in that example. I get 1,000 back. Of that 1,000, I'm gonna put 250 towards running traffic to his particular episode because I want him to be happy. I want him to have a good experience. I want him to win. They're gonna also get the VIP package that doesn't cost you anything because all of that IP is free. You was gonna shoot it anyway, right? And then you basically leave with 750. So in that example, you got 3 people on the podcast. You win it for $9,000, right? Of revenue generated, and then you walking away. What's that? What's that? 750 is 1,500, 2,250. You know what I'm saying? We can do this all day. They're happy, you're happy, you make more money. And you're still gonna drop it, still gonna run clips, still gonna collab and all of that stuff. This is just basic how to monetize the podcast with a guest model, right? Basic. So these are really good questions. Whoever's missing this shit, y'all are missing out. What up? What up? What up? Life of Leah was good. Yeah, it's a super no-brainer. That's what I'm telling people. Y'all need to join the community, join the mentorship, come to this live mentorship. Let's go crazy. I do this all day. 7 figures in this space. Teaching podcasters how to make 6 figures is easy. All they got to do is tap in. But podcasters are one of the toughest crowds to teach and coach because they don't listen. I do a cook and chat and cook in vibes. Podcast? That's dope. That sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a great idea. Where do you shoot the pod at? Where do you shoot the pod at? Let me see. Where you shoot the pod at? Do me a favor, y'all. Share this link out with a couple people. Couple people comment the word done. Share this link out with a couple people. Comment the word done. Also, what questions you got about monetizing? Today's about monetizing. Who are my ideal guests? It depends, right? It depends. So if I'm doing my virtual show, then I'm gonna use the podcast to cash strategy. So then my ideal guests are business owners who want to get exposure. Because then I could sell them into pod agency. Right, which is basically guesting. Now, if I'm just doing my in-person podcast, then my in-person podcast, right? PRST podcast. My ideal guests for the PRST podcast are people that I want to connect with, meet, learn from, or that are paying. So they're gonna pay people that I want to connect with, or people that I want to build with, learn from. Right? So I'm charging anywhere right now $3K to $3,500, $4K right now for this. So for the live pod, it's gonna be anyone that's paying, anyone I want to connect with, anyone I want to build with or learn from. If it's a virtual, it's anyone that specifically is a business owner or entrepreneur who wants to get more exposure. We're going to talk about that because I'm going to run the podcast to cash strategy on a virtual show. 100%. You're growing a wonderful community just looking into branding right now. Cool. That's dope. I mean, there's a couple different aspects to branding, but yeah, that's dope. Home, cook from scratch. It's cooking chat. No. I like it. Cooking chat sound lit. Is a pod monetized? Y'all asking some good questions tonight. I ain't gonna lie. These are good questions. Let me see. What y'all got for me? Well, damn.
I want you right now to pull out a list, and I want.
Yo, I'll rock with this dude right here. I just started like 5 months over 3K watch hours. Yeah. I mean, it don't matter if it's new. You can make bread. Oh, for street interviews, Dre, I charge $750. I got a strategy to make 25,000 with street. You're like your first 25K with street interviews. That's what got me banned on YouTube. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, on Instagram. I'm from Boston, bro. I'm from Boston.
How much money do you make? I make $1 million every month.
Let me see.
And how old are you? I'm 17.
Let me see.
I'm on live right now, YouTube. Yo.
Yo, so look, I do a live podcast every month, and I make between 30 and 50,000 every time I do it. That's something else I'll be teaching soon. You know what I'm saying? From podcasting. Every month, a 5-figure day, literally between 30 and 50,000 every single month from podcasting.
Be a part of a business where, by the way,
Yeah. Shout out to Boston. All right, y'all, we about to probably wrap it up tonight. Y'all ain't really coming with the questions like that. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do a show in the morning. When I wake up, we get a little bit more active. But since we're getting back to it, I just wanted to jump on here, show some love, get some game, get some strategies, and just really go crazy for real. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna hang out for like another 5 minutes. What other questions y'all got? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what other questions y'all got. Let me know in the chat. Head over to podcast.cast.live, podcast.cast.live. Let's go crazy for y'all, for real. Let's see. Yeah. What up, bro? Joint look crazy. Yeah, Boston is an underrated food city for sure. For sure. Are y'all chilling right now? What it do, bro? Following up with you. Give me a ring whenever you can. Just going on live. I was on live tonight. Going absolutely bonkers, giving away a lot of game block strategies. So yeah, man, holla at me whenever you get a chance tomorrow. Let's touch base. Peace. Oh man, this is dope. It's on the screen for real. It is connected. That's dope. Man, this is so lit. Once I figured all this out, it's gonna be over for y'all. It's gonna be over for y'all. If y'all got any other questions, let's do one more question before I dip out. Let's do one more question before I dip out today. Let's do another question before I dip out. All right, y'all. What y'all got? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go crazy, too crazy tonight. Man, I'm waiting on y'all. I'm waiting on y'all for real. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. I guess we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. I appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for tapping in. Tomorrow, I'm gonna send out a link so we can do the live streaming how to monetize your podcast Q&A tomorrow. We're gonna go as much as possible. We'll hold people back from starting themselves in their belief. People don't believe in themselves, bro. And people get discouraged because they think they need to have a big YouTube or a big following. You just gotta start, bro. That's it. None of the stuff I taught today has anything to do with your audience size. Right? Nothing. So that's a good question too, bro. People just afraid. So the 4 to 7 people that was on tonight, man, I really appreciate y'all for jumping on. Dre came through with the fire questions, and honestly, I just wanted to make sure the live stream was live streaming. I'm excited, bro. I'm like I couldn't be more appreciative than this moment right here, because we about to be going super crazy with the streaming, with the education, just bringing. Oh, what up, Truly? Just really bringing the game, man. You just missed a fire class, but it's gonna be available on a live stream as soon as I jump off. You can watch that joint back. But yeah, man, just want to say thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay blessed. Tomorrow we're gonna be streaming again how to monetize your podcast, right? And if you guys want to grab a ticket tonight, podcast2cast.live. You grab a ticket from podcast2cast.live. If you grab the GA ticket, $47, I will automatically upgrade you for free to VIP. If you grab the $47 5-day mentorship ticket, I will upgrade you to VIP for free. Right? VIP is much better than general admission, 100%, like not even close. So I will give you guys that free upgrade if you head over to podcastandcast.live right now and cop the GA ticket. Simple. Just make sure we take care of y'all. All right. You guys have a great night. It's been amazing. That's all we got. We've been rocking for an hour, giving y'all some game. If there was more questions, I'd be giving y'all more game. But y'all chilling, so I'm chilling. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. This replay will be available as soon as I think as soon as I start the live stream, it'll be available. Then you guys can do what you need to do. All right. So here we go. See y'all tomorrow. Let's get it.